Mhm.
Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope I'm finding you all feeling fairly good today. Anyone still recovering from turkey? It's been almost a week now. Just kind of sits in there. I had my last piece of pumpkin pie last night, so I'm all set. All right, we're going to get into our breathing pattern as our warm-up. Actually, but before we do that, make sure you have a clear space to exercise in, nothing to step on or trip over. Quick reminder that this is a virtual recorded class, so any noise on your end, we can all hear. So if there is any noise, please put yourself on mute. That would be super appreciated. And if you do have an oximeter, very helpful to have it close by so you can track your heart rate and oxygen. Okay, and we'll use a weight and a resistance band if you've got one. So hand on your belly to start. We're going to breathe in, fill up that belly, and then breathe out through pursed lips. Breathe in, fill up the belly, out through pursed lips. And again, breathe in, out through pursed lips. Now we're going to add in a hand movement. Lift the hand as you breathe in. Breathe out through pursed lips as you bring the hand back down. Breathe in, lift the hand. Breathe out, bring the hand back down. And we are alternating. Breathe in, lift the hand up. Breathe out, lower the hand back down. Breathe in, lift the hand up. Breathe out, lower the hand back down. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. And breathe in and lift. Breathe out and lower. Good. Now we're going to open up an arm out to the side as we breathe in. Bring it back to center as we breathe out. And we're alternating hands. Breathe in, move your arm out to the side. Breathe out, bring it back to center. Breathe in, open up your arm. Breathe out and bring it back to center. Breathe in, open the arm out wide. Breathe out, bring it back to center. Last one. Breathe in, open out wide. Breathe out, bring it back to center. Good. We're going to start lifting and lowering the heels. A great way to start getting activated. Really think about pushing through your toes.
Can I just ask a question?
You sure can.
I'm supposed to wear this all the time during the exercise?
Are you talking about the oximeter or the pulse reader?
Yes.
Gotcha. No, you certainly don't have to. I always find it helpful to check before exercise and then at each rest time.
Okay.
Or especially if you're newer to exercise, and even more specifically this class, when we do some of our higher intensity cardio and you get to the point where you're feeling like you're breathing harder, that can be a good indicator of, are you pushing past the point where your oxygen's dropping and you're getting breathless, or are you pushing a good enough amount where you're just working your lungs hard without getting those side effects?
Okay. Thank you.
Until you kind of learn how that feels for you and your body, that can be a good way to check it.
Thank you.
Of course. So now we're gonna push a hand across our body. We're still lifting and lowering our heels. Really think about pushing through those toes. Good. Reach across, lift up, push through the toes. Excellent job, everybody. Remember, we're still maintaining our breathing pattern. We're still inhaling steadily. We're still exhaling through pursed lips. Good. All right, now both arms to the side, touch your thighs. To the side, touch your thighs. To the side, touch your thighs. There we go. Gonna get into a couple of coordination pattern games. That's always good for warm up. Good. Okay, so now it's side, touch, forward, touch, side, touch, forward, touch. Good. Still trying to lift and lower your heels if you can. Side, touch, forward, touch. Oops, I messed up the pattern there. Side, touch, forward, touch, side, touch, forward, touch, side, touch, forward, touch. Good, okay. So now what's gonna happen is we're gonna push forward, bring back, 1, forward, back, 2, up. So it's forward, touch, 2, up, touch, forward, touch, up, touch, forward, touch, up, touch, forward, touch, up, touch. There we go. Excellent. Good work, everybody. Remember, we're maintaining that breathing pattern as we go. And rest. Excellent. So now we're going to focus on the legs a little bit. One leg is going forward and back, side, back, and then you switch legs. Forward, back, side, back, switch legs. Forward, back, side, back, switch legs. Forward, back, side, back, switch. Forward, back, side, back, switch. Good. Remember to maintain that breathing pattern, especially exhaling through pursed lips. Good. Good, and I'd like you to start moving your arms if you can. So kind of just pumping them back and forth. Good. We're going to change up the foot patterning in 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just marching. Try to get opposite arm, opposite leg. Remember to maintain your breathing pattern. Good. Now we're going to double step. And that means step, 2, 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 step, 2. There we go. Well done, everybody. Yeah, we're going for a couple more steps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And rest. Excellent. How did that feel? Felt like we
Learning.
got our heart rate up.
Yep.
Got our brains and bodies working. Good. All right, so now I'd like you to sit up tall. I've moved my feet a little bit further apart. So we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna reach down across to the knee. Now, when I say reach forwards, I mean we bend from the hips. So the chest stays up, which is different than bending through the back. I want us bending through the hip. So it should feel kind of tight or pinchy at the front of your hips, one or both. So it's down and up, down and up. And I'm just touching below the knee. I'm pushing through my feet, and that's to help protect my back as well. Good. So reach forwards to touch, reach forwards to touch, forwards to touch, forwards to touch.
Oh.
Good. 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Okay, you can roll your shoulders back a couple circles. And we're going to get into a couple cardio bursts, which is going to be super fun. So again, that's where we're looking to get our heart rates up, looking to get ourselves breathing a bit harder. The goal is to work for a minute, rest for 30 seconds. Okay, whatever that looks like to you, you are in charge of your own intensity. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to step a foot out to the side, reach our arm up, pull it back in. So foot and arm, reach out to the side. Good, so now you got the movement. If you need to regress a little bit, maybe move just your legs to decrease the intensity. Alternate leg, and then arm, leg, and then arm. That's all ways to decrease the intensity. Or we can sit or stand. We're going for a minute in 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Goal here is get your heart rate up, get yourself breathing harder. Well done, team. We are halfway there. Keep up your breathing. Remember to breathe out through pursed lips. Well done. Close to the end here, close to rest time. Do what you can. 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Excellent.
Jill, if I get out and come back in, can I get back in? I'll tell you why. I touched my computer and it's gone goofy here on me.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'll keep an eye
Okay.
out for your name popping back up.
Okay, thanks, Jill.
Yeah, good luck. All right, team. Get a nice rest there. Next movement is lifting the knee and touching across, starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. Touch across, lift the knee. Maintain your breathing pattern as best you can. Remember to breathe out through pursed lips. Excellent job. We've got about 15 seconds left. Good. Keep up your breathing. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Remember that recovery position is hands or forearms on your thighs, chest is up. This helps you open up your airways. Some of you may need some light movement to feel recovered, but we're gonna get at it pretty quick here. Your next movement is I want your feet out in front of you a little ways, and you're pulling your heel back like you're trying to kick yourself in the bum. And pull your hands up, bending the elbows. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So pull your heel back and bend your elbows. You can think about touching your thumbs to your shoulder. Remember, you're in charge of the intensity. The more limbs that are moving, the faster you do it. You can always add a little bit of resistance. More limbs involved, standing versus sitting. There's ways to make this more intense. And just the purpose that you do it with can change the intensity and the outcome as well. So really think about pushing yourself hard here. We're going, going, going. Get that heart rate up. Get yourself breathing a little heavier. And you've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, 30 seconds here. Good. How's everybody doing? Good. See lots of thumbs up. That's awesome.
I got my flu shot and my COVID shot yesterday, and then one arm, and it hurts.
Yeah, arm will be a bit sore. You can throw some ice on it. Make sure you drink some electrolytes.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna step out, out, in. So pretend we're standing in a box. We want to step out of the box and then back into the box. Tighten up that core. Ready, go. Out, out, in. Out, out, in. Good. Maintain your breathing pattern as best you can. Well done, team. You're almost there. Got about 10 seconds left. Higher up you bring your knees, the harder it's going to be. The quicker you move your feet, the harder it's going to be. Not sure many of you wanted to make it harder, but there you go. 3, 2, 1. Rest.
Wow.
We got one more after this. You guys are doing great. Really work to slow your breathing down. Get back into your pattern. Good. Okay, we're going to do our last one in about 10 seconds here. And all I want you to do is to get your feet bouncing. So not up and down. And you can do it more from your heels, or you can do it more from the feet. But I just want a little bit of bouncing movement. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. A little bit of bouncy movement, whether that's just from the ankles or from the heels, sorry, whether you're actually lifting your foot up. Just want a little bit of a bounce to your step. Good. Yeah, get those feet bouncing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Here's what it looks like if feet stay on the ground, just lifting lower in the heels. Still bouncy. Good, we're almost there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Who felt like that was a tough one?
Burning.
Awesome. Yeah, right in the hips. Okay, tops of the thighs. Good. Now's a great time for a sip of water. We're going to take a longer rest here, at least a full minute. Help you regain your breath before we move on. Any questions at this point in time? All right, not bad. Perfect. All right, so make sure. What was that?
I'm gonna bop off early. I'm waiting for a doctor's call, just so that if I go blank, you'll
Thanks,
know.
Maureen. Yeah, thank you. We won't panic. That's good.
I'm gonna leave just a minute, about 5 minutes early too, for a doctor's appointment. Okay?
No problem. No problem at all. So we are going to use our weight next.
I have a question.
Yeah.
My oximeter right now is reading 88. So should I wait till I get over 90 before I start exercising again?
Do you know what is normal for you?
They want me to be at 90, not below 90, 90 and above.
Yes. And do you consistently get 90 or above?
If I don't do anything, yeah.
Gotcha. So what you're going to do is you are going to take an extra minute or two, and you're going to go into this recovery position, and you're going to count to yourself. You're going to try to inhale for 2 or 3 seconds and exhale for 3 or 4. So kind of just figure out what you're able to do. So you're just going to breathe in and then blow out the line of candles in front of you.
So
You're
virtually,
going to get
What is
right into your breathing pattern.
what is your pulse rate supposed to be normally? Like,
Sorry, pulse rate or your oxygen? Usually if you're using an oximeter, there's 2 numbers.
yes, top one, and my oxygen is 99.
Oh, you're talking about your heart rate, your pulse rate.
Right.
Oh, 88 is a great number.
Okay, I'm at 81. So is that, I'm not putting out enough?
We've had a nice long rest. It's come down. That's perfect. And now we're going to see it go back up as we start to work harder again. Yeah, I assumed when you said 90 or above, they were talking about your oxygen, and that's much, much different than your pulse rate.
Well, no, she said something about being at 90, and I was thinking that was high. The lady said that hers was usually at 90. Maybe I misunderstood her.
No, that's my oxygen sats.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, oxygen stay 90 or above. Heart rate normal resting is between 60 and 80. As long as, right? But when we're exercising, it gets up to 100, 115, 120. That's all really good stuff. As long as you're feeling in control of your body, you don't feel dizzy or shaky, all that kind of stuff. Okay. So we are. What's that?
I was just gonna say, I'm at 92 and pulse rate 110. But now it's been over 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's okay. So keep track of those numbers as we start to work now. So if everyone gets their weight up on their shoulder, And your palm can face sideways or your palm can face you. And we're just going to do a sit to stand, holding the weight like that. Once we stand, we're going to lower the weight to our waist again, and then bend it back up, hold it there to sit back down. Brilliant. Once we're at the bottom position, lower the weight, lift it again, hold in order to stand up. Once we're standing, lower the weight, lift it back up and sit. Good. Same thing if you're doing your seated squat. It's here. You're gonna push your feet into the ground, then relax, then lower and lift. Push your feet into the ground. Okay. So if you're not standing up, that's what you do. Otherwise, we're standing up. Lower the weight, lift it back up, hold, sit. Lower the weight, lift it back up, stand, hold, lower, lift, and sit. And now for you as an individual, really make sure you're sticking to your breathing pattern. It can be helpful to breathe out as you stand. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out to stand. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Switch arms. Perfect. So same movement, just on the other arm now. Stand. Lower, lift, sit, lower, lift, stand. Lower, lift, sit, lower, lift, stand. Good. Lower, lift, sit, lower, lift, stand, lower, lift, sit, lower, lift, stand. This is your last one. Lower, lift, sit, and rest. Good. How are we doing, team? What's our heart rate and oxygen levels at? Because those sit to stands are a big effort.
$84, 61.
84 on your oxygen?
Yeah.
And 61 on your pulse? I'd take it again. Oftentimes the first reading isn't super accurate. Do you get cold hands?
No,
Maybe
No.
different arm, different thumb.
Yeah, sometimes it can be circulation wise, and sometimes the first reading just doesn't pick up well. So it's good to do a second or third one. So while we have a look at that, our next movement with the weight is we're going to turn sideways in our seat if you can. So it's getting into our stretch position, like so. And however that looks to you, right? Find some way you can do something similar to this that feels good for your body, okay? And we're just going to lift overhead and down. 1.
Where are your feet?
So my feet, I've just dropped 1 foot back.
So you're on your toe?
It depends on what's best for your body. So some people can't push off of their toe. That's ideal, but if you can't, right, you just keep the foot further flat.
Okay.
Remember to breathe out as you lift up, Breathe in as you bring it back down. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Switch. So this next side, I'll show you the sideways view. But we're switching which leg is back behind us. All right, then we've got the weight at our shoulder and pressing up as we breathe out. Lower down as we breathe in. Breathe out. 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 Breathe in. And last one, breathe out. Breathe in. Brilliant. So you can face forward again. Excellent. All right, then we're just gonna slide to the front of our chair, knees and feet out wide. We're gonna keep our chin and chest up and slowly bend forward. Bend forward through the front of our hips, not the back. Push through your feet to come back up. Good, so I like to practice this movement a lot with you. It helps you become better at bending down without getting your back sore. So bend through the hips. Push through your feet to come back up. Bend through the hips. And up. Good work, everybody. We're going to do 3 more like this. 2. And 1. Brilliant. All right. You can put your weight to the side. And if you got the stretchy band, and if you don't, that's okay. I'll show you what to do instead. So if you do have the stretchy band, you're just going to wrap it around your hands. And then we're just going to pull the band apart. So whether we do just one arm, back, and then the other. If you want to make it more challenging, you can pull both hands apart. The key is that this doesn't feel like you are straining at all. And if you do not have a band, you're just going to have your palms facing up, elbows tucked in, and you're just going to pull your hands apart. So think about squeezing the shoulder blades together at the back. Chest should come forward. And this will be your non-banded pull aparts. Okay. Good. So we're gonna breathe out as we pull apart and then back in. Breathe out as we pull apart. Back in. Good. Breathe out and pull apart. We've got 3 more. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good work, everybody. Super, super fun. Now's the chance to catch your breath, grab a sip of water, and we're gonna repeat all of those strength exercises. So we need to take a minute to regain the energy in our muscles. Maybe you need to do a little bit of light movement to help that along. Maybe you need to go just into your recovery position. So do what is best for you. Now's a great time if you've got any questions. Here we go. Do you remember what the first strength exercise we did was?
Sit to stand.
It was a sit to stand. And we did something special with that sit to stand today. We were holding a weight and we pulled it up. Then we stood up. Then we lowered the weight, lifted the weight back up, and sat back down. And then lowered the weight and lifted the weight. And then we stood. Lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand. Lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand. Lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand. Lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Last one, lower the weight, lift the weight, stand. Lower the weight, lift the weight, sit, and switch arms. Good. All right. So we're lifting the weight, stand, lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Remember, we're timing our breathing pattern. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand, lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand, lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. Lower the weight, lift the weight, stand, lower the weight, lift the weight, sit. And last one, lower the weight, lift the weight, stand, lower the weight, lift the weight, and sit. Good. All right, then we did a funky one for our second strength exercise.
Turn around.
Yeah, we dropped a leg back, we're turning our seat, and then we press the weight up overhead. Ready? So it was a 1 and down, 2, 3, 2, down, 2, 3, 3, down, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 5, down, 2, 3, 6, down, 2, 3, 7, down, 2, 3, 8, down, 2, 3, 9, down, 2, 3, 10, down, 2, 3. Switch sides, switch arms. Ready, and up. 1, down, 2, 3, 2, down, 2, 3, 3, down, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 5, down, 2, 3, 6, down, 2, 3, 7, down, 2, 3, 8, down, 2, 3, 9, down, 2, 3, 10, down, 2, 3. Well done, everybody. Remember to rest when you need to. This is your exercise. Good. The next setup is feet and knees wide apart. We're holding the weight, keeping chin and chest up, and we're bending forward. And then pushing through our feet to come back up. Forward. And up. For those of you that had slightly low oxygen readings, did really focusing on the breathing pattern help? Or we're not sure?
It's all the same.
What's all the same?
The breathing pattern. I can't sync myself with you because I can't inhale for more than a second.
Yep. So then what you do is instead of 1 and 2, inhale and exhale up, you do 2. You do a full inhale, exhale on the way down, and an inhale, exhale on the way up.
Yeah. I'm breathing a lot faster than you are in and out.
That's okay. I know people that breathe even slower than I do, and I know people that breathe faster than I do. And that's one of the challenges of a big group exercise class is we don't all breathe the same. So we all have to take extra care to go at our own breathing pattern. And I guarantee you, anytime I'm talking, I'm not really sticking to the breathing pattern either. Too busy talking. One more here. Down, then press through your feet up. Good. Okay, you can put the weight to the side. And remember, we have our stretchy band. And for those of you that do not have a stretchy band, elbows tucked in, palms facing up, and it was all about pulling your hands apart, okay? So squeezing the shoulder blades together. Otherwise, with the band, we're doing a pull apart. Got our hands out in front of us, so we pull a hand out to the side before bringing it back in. Pull out to the side, back in. If you want to do both at the same time, you can. Make sure it doesn't feel like it's straining. Good work, everybody. Remember, it's helpful to breathe out as you pull out. Good. 3, 2, 1. And rest. Good work. Excellent. So now from here, we're going to do one last exercise before we stretch. We're going to put the band, if you have a band, if you don't, you're just going to hold weights in your hand instead. But if you have a band, you're going to put it behind you and you're going to kind of put it underneath your bum. So you kind of want to sit on the band. And then you want to lean back in your chair. And what's going to happen here, whether you have weights or a band, is you're slightly leaning back in your chair. And we're just going to try to pull our arms straight up and towards the middle and then back down. So breathe out, pull the arms up and back down. So remember, I'm coming inwards towards the midline of my chest as I pull the arms up. Good. And what we're doing here is we're training to give extra strong hugs. And I'm always okay not entertaining anyone else except myself. Good. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Okay, make sure you grab some water. We're going to move into our stretch time. Woo. And remember, stretch time is the perfect time to ask any questions, chat with each other, really feel connected. Okay, so please feel free to take yourself off mute. And we're just going to pull up an elbow, gently push it back.
Ask, why does the pulse sometimes go down when you're exercising? Like when we were just pulling the weights there or pulling out, my pulse dropped to like 74, whereas it was like 102 before that. But then it's come right back up. Why is that? Does it drop?
Are you noticing the drop in an instant? Like you're looking at it as you go?
I'm looking at it as I go. And after it stayed at 74, I just stopped. You know, because I was 100 before that. And then it's come back up to 102. I have a fast heart rate here normally.
Yeah, switch arms. So what could be happening there? So there's a couple things. One, you might be so focused on the slower, because we do our strength movements a lot slower, which is good for developing strength. And you could be so focused on really doing it slowly that it's actually dropping your central nervous system. You're really focused on that slower breathing, the slower movement, and that could be bringing your heart rate down, which is not a bad thing. Or what could be happening, especially if you're looking at it on your fingertip, right, the oximeter, it could be just from how hard you're squeezing, especially on the banded one. So that pulling apart, that can impact the reading.
Yeah, it really dropped when we're pulling it apart. Yeah.
Yeah, so if that was a key one, what I would suspect is it's mostly from that gripping.
Okay.
Just impacts it, right? You're gripping so hard. You'll notice even when we squeeze, if you squeeze your fingertip, what happens?
Okay.
Right? It goes a little bit whiter and then the blood rushes back into that area. But if we're squeezing tight on a band and pulling it apart, that's going to impact the blood flow and circulation in our hands. And right at the hands is where that oximeter is.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, so we're gonna press one arm up, press one arm down. That's a great question, though. Does anyone else have any questions?
You seem to have lost a few of the chatty Cathy people. There used to be.
Yeah, switch arms. Yeah, the group used to be a lot more chatty.
Oh, we're just shy.
Oh, you're just
Give
feeling
us a
shy.
few weeks.
Okay.
When will you make an end?
Make an end?
Yeah,
Like, when will this end?
yes.
Never.
Good.
Rest there. Let's stretch out our leg, reach towards your toes. Start to breathe a little bit slower. Really feel yourself exhale through pursed lips. Good, and we're switching legs. Any other questions from today, gang?
I take it nobody in the group had a Powerball winner today?
I guess not, hey? Let's
Be a
come
lot
up.
louder if there was.
That's right. Bring that foot up onto your shin or up on your thigh. Well, you know, maybe we did have a Powerball winner and they were one of the ones that left or didn't show up.
Yeah, there you go.
And we're going to switch legs. Alrighty, we're gonna relax that leg there. We're gonna drop a leg just behind us, or you can turn sideways in your seat, whatever is most comfortable for you.
Quick ramp.
There we go. Does everyone get that stretch at the front of their hip? See a couple nods. Good.
What does it mean when you get a cramp in the back of the top of the leg?
At the back of your leg?
Yeah, on the top half.
Yeah, your hamstring. That usually tells you that that hamstring is grumpy in that position. Similar to, if you think about it, similar to being able to pull your foot up like this.
Okay.
So what that tells you is you've got to work on that hamstring strengthening. One of the ones we've done in class is just sitting and you're pulling your feet back against your chair legs.
Yeah.
Hold for 3 seconds and then relax. Can you feel those muscles tighten up?
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's a good one. It just means it's a little bit weak and
Okay.
tight in that area. So we bring it back like this. It goes, oh, I don't know if I can do this.
Hmm.
So we just help strengthen it, help it along. Because those cramps are no fun.
No.
No.
I get them in my shin at night. Like in the front of my leg.
Yeah, 2 things I always ask people is, how much water do you drink? And then the second question is always, do you take magnesium? Have you talked to your doctor about taking magnesium or electrolytes? Because sometimes some people, definitely not all, some people need a little bit salt in their diet because they lose a lot. Rest there. Otherwise, have you got a rolling pin?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that it hurts at all throughout the day at all. It's just like when I'm fast asleep in the middle of the night.
Yep, but that tells you before bed, it might be a good idea to take your rolling pin and roll it on the muscle, not on the hard bone, on the
Right.
muscle at the front and at the muscle on the back of your calf.
Okay. Okay.
Try that.
Sorry, is that for cramps? No.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, you roll your muscles like pizza dough and it helps with crampy muscles,
Oh.
even when they are not cramping. So let's take a deep breath in, everybody, however you'd like to. Invite you to join me. Deep breath in. And out. And once more. Roll your shoulders back. All right. Great job today, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Thank you for being
Absolutely.
here.